Hey guys, welcome back. Another TGA video. If you haven't seen the last one, the disaster that was TGA already, go check out the last video. I'll put it up above, a quick link to it if you want to watch that beforehand and then come back here. I guess the order doesn't really matter. If you'd like to watch this one first, then go back and watch that one, you can do so as well. Long story short, new grading company during the boom. I've kind of warned people about these. A lot of new collectors might be falling into the trap that is these new grading companies, where they might think that these slabs add value, that cards need to be graded, spending $20 on junk slabs essentially. Yes, junk slabs are a thing. They're going to be a thing. They're going to continue to be a thing. These grading companies are not going to be around. Most of them anyway. Some might be that fill a niche. I don't necessarily think TGA is one of those, but I could be proven wrong. Thinking that this is going to add any value to your cards, on the other hand, is probably overly optimistic. So, as we saw last time, they had countless errors on the labels, whether it's language, set number, typos, just the wrong Pokemon in general. We've seen every example, everything that they could get wrong. Again, they're probably just typing them in manually and then printing them off. Obviously not double checking them, or they would catch a lot of this stuff. Very, very obvious errors. And the fact that, like, if it's got the wrong Pokemon name on it and you have two people looking at it, like one person printing it off, assembling it, and another person giving a quick look to make sure, hey, this is the right Pokemon, should never happen. Or a very, very few instances where it should happen. So it seems there's no check process at the end, or at least there wasn't in the past. I don't know if they've changed any of that. We've seen them also with the mystery packs. They essentially just load in these mystery junk slabs. You're looking at like your $2 GXs and Vs, generously saying they're $2 in the TGA Slabs. So they're probably valuing these higher than the $2 that they're actually worth, regardless of whether they're in the TGA Slab or not. I'm sorry, but no one in their right mind should probably pay more than the raw price on any of these cards. If it's for your own benefit and you think that the $20 is worth it for a hard plastic case, I think you're delusional, but it's your right to do so. We've also seen them fighting with customers over a $20 refund for TGA's own language mistake, back and forth in emails. I still don't understand why that would ever happen. I guess an employee having a bad day, decided it was a good idea to fight with someone in the form of emails, which are easily saved and sent to me. So that last video, aDrive did reach out to me about the video. He agreed to talk to me in an uncut video about all of it over a Discord call. Then all of a sudden decided he no longer wanted to. Maybe someone advised him it was probably a bad idea, that there wasn't a good way to swing these things. He sent me paragraphs explaining why and what was wrong. Typical, I guess, mumbo jumbo excuses and, we're doing better. So, and then recently, instead of fixing the issues that were already previously there, they're now looking to add crypto and NFTs to the grading company, to the pop-up grading company. Nothing says cash grab like a combination of 2020 to 2021 grading company with mystery junk slabs, and now like NFTs and crypto. Toss them all in there. Why not, right? If you're going to cash grab as hard as possible. Jump on anything that makes money for the sake of jumping on it to make money. And so here's the post, and thank you very much to PokerLax for tagging me on that. So here they say, as TGA continues to move forward with unique innovations, we are proud to announce that our TGA coin is now live. TGA is a social cryptocurrency that directly supports the grading authority community. So that last sentence there, absolute bullshit. As we'll see, they're getting paid basically from Rally in order to create the coin. I would imagine that's a large incentive for why they created the coin in general. I don't know how this doesn't help anyone in any means. as we'll see. It's basically a cash grab, and why the coin is going to rely on TGA, which is already kind of treading water to begin with in terms of popularity, in a market that is just like everyone wants to grade their cards. So as we see the company, maybe it phases out, maybe it becomes less popular. I would say that almost every grading company, regardless of how professional and how long it's been around, is going to become less popular. If the market dies down, it becomes a little bit more stable. There could be more people than ever grading cards as opposed to the boom. But in general, I would think that it's going to come back down to earth. A lot of these companies are gone. So the coin is going to rely on the success or popularity of TGA. Why you would want to put money on that is beyond me. I have no idea. But let's take a look at their little statement here. As TGA continues to move forward with unique innovations, we are proud to announce that our TGA coin is now live. TGA is a social cryptocurrency that directly supports the grading authority community. Now, I'm not even a fan of cryptocurrency in general or NFTs. I think for the large part, usually scammy, usually scummy, usually a bad idea. Yes, there are instances where they make sense. I don't think this is one of them. So they say, now partnered with Rally, TGA Coin is designed to build upon our already growing community and to support future projects like NFT Slabs. Oh, yeah, I need a sip after reading that. Why the hell would you want an NFT slab? Do you you can buy an NFT slab of your own slab? I guess. This is not a direction, in my opinion, that they should be headed, but this is the direction that they seem to be headed. We are laser focused on building our community. Careful with that word, community. Usually means money. I hate to even use it myself, even when referring to something that is not monetary based. Community, hobby. A lot of this stuff, it likes to get woven into certain speech in order to hype dog it. It's a hype dog kind of code word for money and bring new innovations to the market. We've grown from grading 200 cards per week last June to grading over 1,000 cards per week presently. And you think at 1,000 cards per week, that's where you know what, we got nowhere to go. But we're not going to fix anything. We're not going to look into anything. Instead, we're going to get into crypto and NFTs of a service that is already very lacking and extremely, extremely bad, according to what I've seen. TGA is an opportunity for the community to join us in this journey and shared passion. Top TGA coin holders monthly will gain access to. Okay, so another red flag. You gotta be real careful with these. When people are charging or for access or paywalling information, sometimes the information is not so great. As we've seen with Fahim, with his Patreon, stuff like that, super Discord access and stuff along those lines, typically not something you should be paying for, and typically just a cash grab. With all the other cash grabs that we've seen from TGA, I mean, that's just on top of it, I guess. We have merchandise, TGA coin exclusive merchandise. So it doesn't say that you get the merchandise necessarily. I guess you have to buy it with either the coins, or maybe you just get access to being able to buy it. You get a Rally t-shirt with TGA on it. NFTs of graded cards, dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Access to exclusive live streams and podcasts. Again, it's up to the creator to make these. Are you going to get anything that's worthwhile? Probably not. Is TGA going to be able to tell you anything important in these exclusive live streams and podcasts? Probably not. VIP membership club. What the hell? Do you get a badge? You get to put it in your Twitter name. Live stream unboxings and giveaways. So, I mean, the live stream unboxing and giveaways, they're already already done that. So I guess this is also part of the live streams. It's just another line that's the same shit. Giveaways are bullshit for the most part. If you're just watching a channel for giveaways, then maybe the content isn't all that great. Maybe the unboxings aren't that great. In my opinion, anyway, the videos should be at least entertaining to the point that the giveaways are secondary. And a lot of the time, they end up being the focus, and all around not good in my opinion. Educational video series on trends and upticks in the industry. Cool. This week in cards. That should be something that you just post regardless. You could even advertise the TGA during that. If it was important and valuable information that people could tune into, it would be good advertising in itself for TGA. I have a feeling that the people that would be hosting this don't know a whole lot, but I could be wrong, depending on who they get on there. If it's just TGA themselves or aDrive, probably not going to be very valuable information and not something that you could just figure out on your own. If you are a new user to Rally and would like to receive 70 free Rally coins to buy TGA, please sign up here. TGACedar.app. When received, these coins can be converted into TGA coin. Very cool. So we got the little sign up link there where you get your free TGA coin. People get enough free TGA coin. It dilutes the people that are paying for TGA coin. TGA themselves, whether it's aDrive or TGA, they're not saying anything about it, but they're getting a lot of free coins, as we'll see with the write up on Rally itself. They're getting free coins so that they can get some free money. You guys had to pay for the coins. All these free coins that get to go in there, they're all going to dilute the price of the actual coins that are paid for. Again, I crypto for the most part, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. All these shit coins, altcoins, wiener coins, they're all not good. In general, I mean, not saying that they're all for bad intentions or for money grabs, but a lot of them are. So here, that's what your TGA coins look like now live. Very cute. You can see here recently with the, I guess we'll look at the backlash on here first. Pokalax, again, thanks for tagging me in this. Here we have someone saying, okay, I think I'm going to say it this way. If it was supposed to be a rewards program, then why use the term cryptocurrency? I'm not angry or judging, but maybe calling it a store credit would be more accurate to what you guys are trying to do. Here, a very good point. Meanwhile, they won't refund $20 for their own mistake. Crying, laughing face. Oh, I'm curious to hear this story. Well, Jack of Jokers, I got good news for you. That's in my previous video, the emails where they're fighting over it. The customer just wanted a refund instead of resubmitting, and they did not want to do that. Here we have the why. Here, someone defending it. It's free value add to their current service. No, it's not free value. They're doing it for money. What makes y'all think this is a good idea? The crypto company that's paying them to do it. Yeah, you're spot on. I really think NFTs are a pyramid scheme / scam that serve no viable purpose. I try as hard as possible to avoid companies that go down this road and hope you reconsider. So not always a pyramid scheme scam, but largely, especially in this case where it's like a social coin, I guess it's termed, a little bit pyramid-y. Definitely along those lines. And definitely gets watered down by free coins, by the coins that were given to TGA to begin with, that they don't have to disclose. Again, regulations are wishy-washy when it comes to this stuff. So unless you do a lot of digging, I really don't want to look up cryptocurrency stuff. But now I find myself having to do that. Now that everyone's going to push into that area, that's the next thing. So you see here the guy with the monkey is defending the. Here you have a but why. Then TGA says, this is an option, nothing anyone has to do. This is another way for us to give back to the community with some amazing rewards. No, it's not an amazing way. You got a business that is very likely to fail. I would say this about TGA or any other of the grading companies that popped up. They're they're all going to, like, even CGC, which is considered one of the top ones, I think will come back down from where they were, from what they were doing, once PSA opens back up, once less people are in the hobby, once the turnaround times are reasonable from PSA, less people are going to submit to CGC. So even them, they're going to see a downtick, I would imagine. I can't predict the future, but that's what I see happening. So then you had the little guys like your TGA. If they even survive, I mean, maybe they go back down to like the 2 employees or whatever. But when they go down, as we'll see, so does the coin. So here we just have some more people. We have, oh, come on, guys, please don't do crypto. It's bad for the environment. At least stay away from NFTs. Rally.io is a gasless platform. Doesn't hurt the environment. Uses the same energy as a tweet. So, again, it's just unnecessary. And it's there as a cash grab, in my opinion. So here we have them kind of taking a step back because it seems like even the people that support TGA don't support the fact that they're doing this stupid shit with coins and NFTs and live streams twice. To be perfectly clear, NFTs are an idea, not something we are actively working on. We should have made this more clear in our messaging. If the community is against NFTs, then it's not a path we'll go down. We apologize for the confusion and we are listening. Well, okay, so I mean, people also don't want the coin. The coin is a cash grab as well, and you're getting a payout for it. Why don't you tell them that? So then, if we see here, we got Rally all over the place. We got this. We're proud to be one of Fast Company's top 5 most innovative companies of 2022 in the social media space. So it's just this like Rally fake award that I guess they give out with Fast Company, which is probably some just other sister company or something involved, with stupid tweets that say stuff like why Coinbase is making a crowdsourced film trilogy with Bored Ape Yacht Club. If you... I don't even know what to say about that. It's so bad. We still have aDrive pumping the TGA Slabs. I didn't take a look through enough of them to see how many more errors I could find. But this tweet was pretty interesting. The tweet originally by the Grading Authority and retweeted by aDrive. It seems too many folks care about what a card is worth. Sometimes you just want to have your favorite cards protected. After all, we are collectors, right? So I guess this sums up the entire company. It's not going to add any value to your card. It shouldn't add any value, and it might not in the future. But this is kind of has to be their slogan at this point in time. As the other grading companies become an option, as they're not backlogged, you'll see these temporary grading companies, what are mostly temporary grading companies, just kind of fizzle off, because who's going to pay $20 for a plastic case? Because that's what you're buying. Just want to have your favorite cards protected. So I have bad news for you. If you're shipping your cards to and from, whether it's TGA or anywhere else, there's a good chance they're going to get damaged, stolen. Not a good chance, but there's a reasonable chance that they're going to get damaged, stolen. They could get pinched in the slab. They could get mishandled by the grader. All kinds of bad things can happen. On top of that, the slabs, whether they're TGA, PSA, BGS, CGC, whatever they are, they do not protect your cards from moisture or sunlight. It's basically just one of those magnetic holders. Just because it's sonic welded doesn't mean moisture can't get in. So no, you can't bathe with it, and no, you can't leave it in sunlight. So if you have it out on your shelf, it's still going to fade. I have an example here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. But Silver Snorlax did some good tests on both of those things, moisture and sunlight. And no, none of these grading companies are going to protect from that. Essentially, you're better off just putting in a card saver. The only argument that I heard was I like to let my kids play with my cards, so the slabs allow them to not bend them in half like they would in maybe a top loader or a card saver. So That's the best case if you really want children to play with your cards and toss them around on the living room floor. I guess this is a good $20 option. All right, so nice little Reddit thread here, and we will zoom through this. We got a summary that we'll go through. We'll just go through the summary. I'll kind of point out what the important parts are. We have an in-depth analysis of Rally social creator coins. And so if you would like to read on beyond the summary, you can do so. Go check that out on your own. It's already going to be long enough with this the summary portion. So we have RLY is an ERC20 social token. The token can be exchanged for creator coins, which in turn represent communal ownership of a particular influencer or media personality. As it stands, influencers have difficulty monetizing their fan base, let alone in a way that is mutually beneficial to fans. So that really kind of makes you think, how and why is TGA a social presence that you're going to bet on the fact that it's going to go up in a situation where it's almost certainly going to go down? Rally aims to fix this problem with a creator coin. A fan can purchase the coin and see it rise in value as the influencer accrues a larger fan base. Does TGA have a growing fan base? Are they going to have a growing fan base when the other grading companies open up and they're the same price or less money to grade cards in bulk? Not only does the token accrue in value, but it can also be used to signify a level of commitment / fandom. Oh yes, you can be a TGA pluser. Tiered across. Not only that, but it can also you can show your commitment and lose money at the same time. Tiered access to special content. It's not going to be that special. Early access or be used to purchase NFTs issued by the influencer. Oh baby, can you imagine all the really cool NFTs of your own card that you get created? That's what I want. The creator tokens exist on a private Ethereum sidechain managed by the Rally team. This sidechain has no transaction costs and trading happens instantaneously. The pricing, well, it's nice of them to at least have no transaction costs, since you can lose money anyway by the value of the coin going down. At least you're only going to lose money that way. The pricing of creator coins happens according to a demand curve mechanism that provides liquidity and makes pricing predictable and less susceptible to spikes. They always say there's these like safety mechanisms built into it, but a lot of it is fluff. The platform to engage with the creator coins can be accessed using any token supported by Coinbase or by making use, I guess that's supposed to say, of a debit card. The Rally team consists of successful entrepreneurs and business veterans such as Kevin Chu, sold Kabam for $1 billion. So you notice how they like sell something and get out. Pretty good theme. Measure success by how much you can dump something onto somebody else for. Not familiar with Kabam, but good on him for dropping that $1 billion. His close partner, Michael Lee, also Kabam, Ray, CEO First Foundry, and Kurt Patat. All right, we don't care. Backers include, doesn't matter. What mostly matters is the fact that you're banking on TGA. The current number of outstanding tokens far outweighs the total number of tokens in use. On top of that, the number of outstanding tokens will be greatly increased over the next 8 years. What should be monitored very closely is the total number of tokens encapsulated in creator coins. When this number rises substantially in relation to the outstanding tokens, that's when RLY becomes interesting to own as an investor. Also, the quality of creators should be closely monitored. So it's not even largely designed for creators. I'm sorry, TGA, but you're not a creator. You're a pop-up grading company. Very different, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If you want to create funds or have reward programs or anything like that, totally get it. Have it 100% transparent. There's no reason to have a coin on it. There's just no reason for it. Other than the fact that you're getting paid by Rally to create one. Creator coins both benefit and are hurt by the socio-economic currents that drive the price up or down. Very awesome. When all when all is well and a creator is gaining popularity, all persons that own the creator coins are winners. Well, I got bad news for you, because this creator, we're going to call them a creator for the sake of it, because it's a creator coin. This creator grading company, the odds of them gaining popularity as PSA opens their second depot, I don't know if they can even compete with PSA's prices just because of the sheer volume. It would be probably pretty difficult to do so. I get that there's some grading companies that are in different locations, so maybe it makes it a little bit easier or a cost-effective option for people. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough for them to compete. This produces a vibrant environment in which all participants are incentivized to further propagate the coin and increase the issuer's popularity. So there we go. That's where it starts getting just a little bit pyramidy, where you got to talk to your friends. You got to get your friends to buy the coin, because that makes everything better. On the other hand, when a creator's popularity takes a turn for the worse, it does not only hurt emotionally, but financially as well. Yeah, it sure will. This could lead to disenchantment from fans, leading to rapid disbandment of a creator's community. So this thing too, I don't understand why aDrive would want to put his name on this. Yes, I get there's a financial incentive, but on the other hand, it can turn the other way, and it can make you look like a complete ass, like you're just screwing your fans. Because if they take their coin out before it drops, then a bunch of people get left over when the coin is worth absolutely nothing, or TGA is no longer in existence. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if it happens, you can have a lot of pissed off people, a lot of people that you essentially ripped off, indirectly ripped off. On top of that, for the coin's creator, his/her/their popularity does not only collapse metaphorically, but very tangibly too. This is because popularity can be measured through the value accrued within a creator coin. It essentially makes popularity concrete. In some, creator coins could potentially be an area of severe social, emotional, and economic upheaval, an environment for spectacular gains and losses. I really can't see a whole lot of gains here. Maybe it'll go up as it's introduced and people buy in, but a lot of this stuff is very short-lived. And if I was a betting man, this is an important aspect to monitor, as public perception is paramount for social/creator coins. So it's related to TGA, but if aDrive is going to be a co-owner in it, it can blemish his own name as well. I don't see the reason for that. As a creator, why you would risk your name associating yourself with something like this. Sure, you can make some money, but at the same time, you also tarnish your own name. Unless you don't care. I guess there's a lot of people that do that. Rally is part of a relatively novel ecosystem, social tokens. These are tokens that are backed by the reputation of an individual, community, or brand. Examples include, we don't really need the examples here, but maybe we'll read through them and we'll pretend that they're TGA. Examples include friends with benefits, private Discord environment that requires tokens to enter. Yeah, that sounds like a really nice place to be. Focused on discussing the future of Web3. Guys, if I ever paywall anything, give me a slap, please. If I ever tell people they need tokens to be in the Discord, by the way, join the Discord. It will always be free for you to join and interact with everyone in there. Just letting you know. We got Whale. Collector of NFTs tokens represent part ownership, and Alex tokenized his person and future profits on the blockchain. What unites each of these spaces is the idea that the community or person they are part of will be more valuable in the future, and thus fans have vested interest in making that happen. Propagating popularity essentially takes on a financial component. All right. Although this space has yet to go through a CryptoKitties moment, it is the potential for a significant uptick in popularity. One primary reason being that creative persons are known to have far-reaching influence in popular culture. They have a means and understanding of what it takes to excel in areas of branding and how the substantial know-how on how to increase exposure. Social coins stand to benefit from this greatly, especially in attracting persons who were never interested in digital assets beforehand. That sounds like the ideal audience. You know, the people that don't do their research beforehand, that don't already have knowledge of this stuff. And that's where it kind of becomes dangerous, and it becomes a little bit scummy that you're basically taking advantage of your fans. Rather than just having something straight up. If you want to have a Patreon and somebody wants to donate a certain amount of money to you, great. With this, maybe they're misled into doing so in a different, less honest manner. Crucially, dedicated fans could financially benefit from this increased exposure. Yeah, if they rug pull or if they get out before it crashes. This creates an environment in which the tide makes all boats rise. Thus, in essence of Rally's proposal, it is introducing the concept of popularity to a fan-creator mutually beneficial relationship with an underlying market mechanism. So it's a little bit odd that he didn't make it aDrive coin instead to go with the grading company coin, since this seems to represent creators a whole lot more than it does grading companies. Let us exemplify this in order to come to terms with how this mechanism works. A successful issuer, let's call her Alice, issues Alice token or coin. Alice, being the issuer, is rewarded with 50,000 Alice, which she can reward her users or keep for her personal gain to sell later. So it'd be interesting to know, TGA, how much did you get paid out in the beginning? How many tokeronis did you get? The immediate effect of this issuance is that Alice is incentivized to maximize the amount of users/demand of her coins. The result hereof would be an increase in the value of Alice, which benefits Alice financially, benefits TGA financially. So I don't know if that's the actual number, but you notice they don't disclose it because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that they get free tokens for signing up, for starting this stuff. Why would they do that, right? Then you'd know. You'd know what's going on. So there's a lot with crypto, with these NFTs and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that people hide or try to hide, particularly the ones involved with the starting of this stuff. And that's where it starts to get sketchy. It's not in the description and they were doing this for the community, guys. We're doing this for you guys. We're doing this for people that grade with TGA. You're going to do so well because now we got tokens. Now we got NFTs. You can get an NFT of Chad writing his name on your grading card. Fans of Alice, especially earlier ones, are incentivized to buy Alice for the same reason. If her popularity increases, so does the value of Alice. It is an investment in potential popularity. Remember this, your TGA tokens are an investment in potential popularity. These fans, so even if there's no rogue pull, even if there's no pump and dump, you're banking on the popularity of TGA. These fans are also motivated to introduce Alice to their friends. Of course they are, pyramid. Content sharing is an almost natural instinct to us, but when coupled with a financial incentive, it becomes a force to be reckoned with. The effect of increased exposure is increased adoption and thus increased value. The result hereof is an exceptionally loyal fan base that is socio-economically incentivized to propagate. So there you go. You get people in, they buy the coin, they got to tell their friends so that their coins don't go to zero. The use case of these Alice are not purely financial and emotional. There are further market drivers. Notably, Alice could create tiered mechanisms in which Alice owners can participate. Examples include a Discord chat, a pre-stream Twitch channel, early bird tickets to a show, meet and greet, or the purchase of NFTs. What this creates is another layer of demand for the tokens, potentially further driving up the price and providing underlying semi-tangible value. In sum, what we have here is an ecosystem of aligned incentives. Every participant is a winner, especially early adopters. The result of this is the potential for an exceptionally vibrant community that has socio-economic incentive to propagate. All right. That's a little optimistic, a little too optimistic, especially for the fact that we're talking about a grading company that popped up in the boom of grading, and not an actual influencer, I guess, unless you want to count it aDrive, who didn't want to put his name on it or didn't seem to put his name on it. Maybe that'll be a separate coin for people to buy afterwards after the TGA one goes to zero. Taking the opposing view, when everything is positive, everyone is a winner, but introducing popularity to financial investment is a potentially flammable proposal. You don't say. More specifically, imagine for a second being an investor in a Jackson coin or another star hit with a scandal. From the perspective of the star that has not issued a coin, the downfall in popularity is less tangible. Instead, it is more a feeling, a perception, very real but open to interpretation. Take an added market mechanism. A coin could become a gauge in popularity that is tangible. A fall from grace could therefore become extra painful both economically and socially. From the perspective of the fan, seeing the value of any investment to which you have exposure is a painful event. Couple that with the fall from grace of someone you have in high regard, and it becomes evident that downward spirals are components that need to be seriously considered. A few downfall examples could serve as a beacon for potential future coin issuers who may have chose a non-market driven incentive mechanism as opposed to ROI. Imagine a coin that has a stable price, for example, or something that's not tied to a grading company that may or may not exist when the market cools off. Also, from the perspective of the investors in popularity, it already hurts when your favorite stock loses value, but being a long-time, dedicated fan could turn into a very painful experience. Feelings are important, contrary to what some professional investors might think. A lot of people invest with their emotions, but when it feels good, buy when it feels good, sell when it feels bad. A space in which a lot of people are hurt might be one that is avoided. So again, I don't know why you would ever put your name on this. I mean, as TGA, if it wasn't associated with aDrive, sure, I get it. Maybe the ship is going down anyway. Maybe you're like, okay, we're either going to make it or break it. If we close, then it doesn't really matter. People are going to have a bad association because we're gone anyway. But at the same time, I can't imagine aDrive is just going to stop making content. And I think that's the most important thing for him and should be his largest focus. To throw that away or to associate it with something like this that is this dangerous, bad enough with the grading company, the pop-up grading company that everyone was doing to get in on the cashies. To do this, I think is another level of just sabotage. Arguably, a content creator could decide to sell his or her coins in bulk, choosing money over fame, further adding to the hurt a fan may experience. Thankfully, the team at Rally has identified this caveat and has introduced a mechanism that curbs a content creator's ability to sell based on market activity. Okay, so we don't know the exact details of the anti-rug pull, but it seems like rug pull they're going to curb it. Don't worry, guys. You can only partially rug pull, and it's based on market activity, which is a little bit weird. So I don't know if that's like a timer thing. Again, they don't tell it to us. There might be somewhere where we can find it. And again, if anyone is more of a crypto NFT 69er than I am, feel free to leave comments or reach out to me if you have more information on how potentially dangerous this is, or if I get anything wrong here. It's not my space, but I'm doing my best here to learn what it is, to warn you guys that this could be a very bad thing for you guys, could be a bad thing for aDrive, could be a bad thing. I mean, if TGA is sinking, then I guess they have bigger problems to worry about than looking bad with their tokens or whatever. Another malign/bear case for these social coins are the platforms that function as gatekeepers. Similar to Facebook and the likes, creators can be deplatformed. If this kind of behavior finds itself to Rally, which hosts a private blockchain, it could be exceptionally damaging to the platform, those deplatformed, and the reputation of digital assets community as a whole. As many of us know, the blockchain space is widely considered to be an open and free one. Deplatforming is the antithesis to the zeitgeist. If this kind of behavior is considered or executed, it may be a good time to visit other opportunities in the social coin space. So get out while you can, I guess. Further note is also Further note, there's also a remove rally registry members vote that requires 66% to pass. This demonstrates that cancel culture may also originate from RLY token holders. So I don't know, maybe if there's like a scandal, if they lose a bunch of cards, if they like close the doors, what happens to the coin? Do you still have your coins? Can you get them back into rally coins? That's one of those things that I guess we could look into. But it's just a whole lot of scenarios, if it's even worth it at that point in time, because your TGA coins could be dicked in the butt before you have the chance to convert them back into something else. In conclusion, the social coin space has all the potential to be a wholesome, vibrant space where the incentives of all participants align. I guess another thing to take into consideration, if TGA is closing, I'm not saying there are, but if they were closing, then guess who's going to have that knowledge before everyone else? TGA, aDrive, the guys that are in, the employees. They're going to know if they have their coins and they know TGA, you know what, we're closing the doors, this isn't working anymore, we're not getting enough submissions, then they can sell off their coins before everyone else. Then they announce it, then everyone else is like, well, looks like our coins are worth nothing, because the probably the large majority of the coins are cashed out at that point, worth very little to everyone else, all the fans, all the TGA grading fans, all the aDrive fans that decide to participate in this. When all is going well, all is exceptionally well. Contrastingly, when the matters take a turn for the worse, it can turn real dark real quick. Paradoxically, this could make the space all the more exciting to invest in. No, that's not exciting. If you want to just burn money, I guess it's illegal to burn money in most places, right? Maybe don't burn money, but just throw it at people for fun. Probably make for an entertaining YouTube video. Just walk up to people on the street and toss money at them. See what they do. People are generally drawn to emotion and wealth. A space that combines the two could be very valuable. Essentially, the jury is not out on this space yet. Close monitoring of the space is warranted. So here we have the in-depth analysis, and I can even scroll through this, but I encourage you guys to go to look up the article itself if you'd like to learn more about it. Again, not an expert, and this is all my opinion. I think this is a pretty good analysis, even just from the summary here. It gives us a pretty good feel for what the coin is designed for, how it's being, from the get-go, used in a not so appropriate way, unless it's just TGA to give it like another disassociation or another layer to keep it away from aDrive's name. That's my only reason for thinking that might be a thing. Maybe they're going to do two different coins, and they'll get the payout from Rally from both. Guys, especially creators, be careful with this stuff. You're gonna burn your fans. You're gonna burn yourself. It's just a bad idea. There's better avenues. The same with taking like sponsorships from certain stuff. This is something that I would never do. I would never touch, even if my intentions were of the purest variety. I think there's too much risk here, and I couldn't do that to people. So, again, join the Discord. See you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Take care of each other out there.